You're tuned to Harrow FM, your local community access radio station. The time now is 8 o'clock, time for another hour of the great music that came out in the 1960s with the 60s Nostalgia Show. The 60s Nostalgia Shows are kindly sponsored by Cotter and Stevens, the electrical contractors down in Jellicoe Street in Martinborough. They're electrical contractors, whether that be in the commercial or private sector, and also dab hands around dairy farms as well. So if you want something fixed or you want some advice, just give the guys and girls at Cotter and Stevens a ring. We'll start off the show tonight to mark a few milestones, and if you're a Beatles fan, you're in for a treat, because there will be a few of their songs mixed in with the milestones. So lots to look forward to over the next hour or so, and over the next 30 odd seconds it will be El Cayola and theme to the Magnificent Seven. As I mentioned in the Blues Show, in 1946, the keyboard player Billy Preston was born, and he is often referred to as the fifth Beatle. He is the guy who provided keyboards for the Get Back sessions, and he knew the Beatles and the Beatles knew him from the Hamburg days when Billy Preston was in Little Richard's backing band. And if you have seen the Get Back films, you will recall that Billy Preston happened to be in London and popped into Abbey Road to catch up with the boys, who at that stage were having some sort of difficulty because they were writing a couple of songs that needed someone on the keyboards, and they were well aware that these songs were going to be played live, so they had a little bit of a problem. But Billy Preston popped in the studio and they said, "Do you want to sit in for a couple of songs?" Which he did, and straight off the bat he fitted in as if he'd been playing with the Beatles for years. And of course one of those tracks was the magnificent Let It Be.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Yeah, let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. Oh, there will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
Billy Preston also got to perform live with the Beatles at that concert on top of the Apple building that was cut short by the police turning up. But Billy Preston was in there. He was on the keyboards by the door, and the other track that he featured in, of course, was Get Back.
Jojo was a man who thought he was a loner, but he knew it couldn't last. Jojo lived his home in Tucson, Arizona, or some California grass. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, Jojo. Go home. Get back, back to where you once belonged. Get back, back to where you once belonged. Get back, Joe. Sweet Loretta Martin thought she was a woman, but she was another man. All the girls around her say she's got it coming, but she gets it while she can. Oh, get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back to Loretta. Go home. Oh, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, Loretta. Your mommy's waiting for you, wearing a high-heel shoes and a low-neck sweater. Get back home, Loretta. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Oh, get back, get back, get back. Oh, yeah.
Born on this day in 1945 was a guy called Muddy Kreb, who was an American keyboardist, guitarist, and also played the saxophone, was a member of the Buckinghams, and I thought we'd play their big hit from 1965, the song called Kind of a Drag.
Kind of a drag when your baby don't love you. Kind of a drag when you know she's been untrue. Oh, listen to what I gotta say. Girl, I still love you. I'll always love you. Kind of a drag when your baby says goodbye. Kind of a drag when you feel like you wanna cry. Oh, girl, even though you made me feel blue, I still love you. I'll always love you. Anyway.
On this day in 1943, Rosalind Ashford was born. She was a member of Martha and the Vandellas, and in 1995 she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of the group Martha and the Vandellas, and as far as I know, Rosalind is still alive, and back in the early 1960s she sang on this classic.
In
On this day in 1964, the Beatles appeared at the Convention Hall, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and days before the concert, Philadelphia had experienced race riots. The Beatles, who were civil rights supporters, were shocked to see that their audience of 13,000 was completely white. Now, if you're really interested, you can go to YouTube and search Bung and the Beatles at the Convention Hall, and you'll be able to hear that particular concert was recorded by a local DJ, and all you hear really is basically people screaming. But the Beatles appeared for 30 minutes. They crammed in 12 songs, and I think what I'm going to do now is play the opening song and the closing song.
You got me
McCartney does Little Richard, Paul McCartney in fine form there with Long Tall Sally, and before that we had Twist and Shout.
It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Nobody knows where my Johnny has gone, but Judy left the same time. Why was he holding her hand when he's supposed to be mine? It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Play all my records, keep dancing all night, but leave me alone for a while. Till Johnny's dancing with me, I've got no reason to smile. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Judy and Johnny just walked through the door like a queen with her king. Oh, what a birthday surprise! Judy's wearing his ring. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Oh, it's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you.
Leslie Gore there, it's my party song, all about the naughty Johnny and Judy, and the follow-up to that song was called Judy's Turn to Cry. All that brought the time to 25 minutes after 8 o'clock here on Arrow FM, your local community access radio station, and you're listening to the 60s Nostalgia Show, which is kindly sponsored by the Electrical Wizards down in Martinborough, and of course that is Cotter and Stevens. Next up we've got The Who.
Happy Jack wasn't old, but he was a man. He lived in the sand at the Isle of Man. The kids would all sing, he would take the wrong key. So they rode on his head in their furry donkey. Jack, they turn, he dropped things on his back to They couldn't stop Jack, all the water stopping. And they couldn't prevent Jack from being happy. They couldn't stop Jack or the water's lapping. And they couldn't prevent Jack from feeling happy. Jack, they turn, they drop things on his back, line. and they couldn't prevent Jack from being happy.
The Who there, and Happy Jack, and apologies for a burst of another song during that track, and hopefully that didn't put you off your stride.
They seek him here, they seek him there. His clothes are loud, but never square. It will make or break him, so he's got to buy the best, 'cause he's a dedicated follower of fashion. And when he does his little rounds round the boutiques of London town, eagerly pursuing all the latest fads and trends, 'cause he's a dedicated follower of fashion. Oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is. Thinks he is a flower to be looked at, and when he pulls his frilly nylon and his raked up tight, he feels a dedicated follower of fashion. Oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is. There's one thing that he loves, and that is flattery. One week he's in polka dots, and next week he's in stripes, but he's a dedicated follower of fashion. They seek him here, they seek him there, in Regent Street and Leicester Square. Everywhere the Carnation army marches on, each one a dedicated follower of fashion. Oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is. His world is built round discotheques and parties. His pleasure-seeking individual always looks his best, 'cause he's a dedicated follower of fashion. Oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is. He flits from shop to shop just like a butterfly. In matters of the cloth he is as fickle as can be, 'cause he's a dedicated follower of fashion. He's a dedicated follower of fashion. He's a dedicated follower of fashion.
The Kinks, and a dedicated follower of fashion. All right, next up, I think we'll have a track from the Supremes.
Baby, 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 don't leave me. Ooh, please don't leave me all by myself. I've got this burning, burning yearning feeling inside me. Ooh, deep inside me, and it hurts so bad. You came into my heart
Pinkerton's Assorted Colours there from 1966 with Mirror Mirror. Brought the time to 24 minutes to 9 o'clock here on Arrow FM. You're listening to the 60s Nostalgia Show, which is kindly sponsored by Cotter and Stevens, the electrical wizards down in Martinborough. Right, next up, I think we'll have a couple of country songs, starting off with Don Gibson and finishing with George Jones.
I feel tears welling up, cold and deep inside, like my heart's sprung a big break. And the stab of loneliness sharp and painful that I may never shake. Now you might say that I was taking it hard since you wrote me off with a call. But don't you wager that I'll hide the sorrow when I'm right down and bawl. Now the race is on and here comes pride up the backstretch. Heartaches are going to the inside. My tears are holding back. They're trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running. True love scratched for another's sake. The race is on and it looks like heartaches, and the winner loses all. One day I ventured in love, never once suspecting what the final result would be. How I lived in fear of waking up each morning and finding that you'd gone from me. There's aching and pain in my heart, for the day was the one that I headed to face. Somebody new came up to win her, and I came out in second place. Now the race is on and here comes pride up the backstretch. Heartaches are going to the inside. My tears are holding back. They're trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running. True love scratched for another others say. The race is on and it looks like heartaches, and the winner loses all.
Couple of songs there from a couple of country legends, Don Gibson and George Jones. All right, next up we've got a track from Donovan.
Yellow is the color of my true love's here in the morning. When we rise, in the morning, when we rise, that's the time I love the best. Blue's the color of the sky in the morning, when we rise, in the morning, when we rise, that's the time I love the best. Green's the color of the sparkling corn in the morning, when we rise, in the morning, when we rise, that's the time I love the best. Mellow is the feeling that I get when I see her. When I see her, that's the time I love the best. Freedom is a word I rarely use without thinking, without thinking, of the time when I've been low.
Donovan and Colours bringing the time to 16 minutes to 9 o'clock. And next up, we've got the New Beats having a bit of bread and butter.
That's what baby feeds me. I'm her love
afraid to live low while the flame is strong, 'cause we may not be the young ones very long. Tomorrow, why wait until tomorrow? 'Cause tomorrow sometimes never comes. So love me, there's a song to be sung, and the best time is to sing it while we're young. Once in every lifetime comes a love like this. Oh, I need you, and you need me. Oh, my darling, can't you see? Young dreams should be dreamed together, and a young heart shouldn't be afraid. And someday, when the years have flown, darling, then we'll teach the young ones of our own. Once in every lifetime comes a love like this. Oh, I need you and you need me. Oh, my darling, can't you see? Young dreams should be dreams together, and a young heart shouldn't be afraid. And someday, while the years have flown, darling, then we'll teach the young ones of our own.
Cliff Richard and the Shadows, the young ones. And next up we've got Johnny Kidd and the Pirates and Shaken All Over.
When you move in right up close to me, that's when I get the shakes all over me. Quivers down the backbone, I got the shakes down the knee bone. Yeah, the tremors in the thigh bone, shaking all over. Just the way that you say goodnight to me brings that feeling on inside of me. Quivers down the backbone, I've got the shivers down the thigh bone. Yeah, the tremors in my backbone, shaking all over. Quivers down the backbone, yeah, the shakes in the knee bone. I got the tremors in the thigh bone, shaking all over.
Next up, we've got Pet Clark.
Sailor, stop your roaming.
Sailor, stop your roaming. Sailor, leave the sea. Sailor, when the tide turns, come home safe to me. As you sail across the sea, all my love is there beside you. In Capri or Amsterdam, Honolulu or Siam, to the harbor of my heart I will send my love to guide you. As I call across the sea, come home to me. Sailor, stop your roaming. Sailor, leave the sea. Sailor, when the tide turns, come home safe to me. As you sail across the sea, all my love is there beside you. In Capri or Amsterdam, Honolulu or Siam, to the harbor of my heart I will send my love to guide you. As I call across the sea, come home to me.
Petula Clark there, Sailor, her cover version of a song that was put out in 1959 by a girl called Lolita. Let's see, it's 5.5 minutes to 9 o'clock. Time for one more. We'll squeeze in a shorty from the Box Tops.
Give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby just wrote me a letter. I don't care how much money I gotta spend. Got to get back to my baby again. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby just wrote me a letter. When she wrote me a letter, said she couldn't live without me no more. Listen, mister, can't you see I got to get back to my baby once more. Anyway, yeah, give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby just wrote me a letter. When she wrote me a letter, said she couldn't live without me no more. Listen, mister, can't you see I got to get back to my baby once more. Anyway, yeah, give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby just wrote me a letter. My baby just wrote me a letter.
The Box Tops there, and their first big hit, the song called The Letter, bringing to a close another edition of the 60s Nostalgia Show, which has been kindly sponsored by Cotter and Stevens, the electrical contractors down in Jellicoe Street in Martinborough, and the program was first broadcast all over the wonderful Wairarapa on Arrow FM 92.7. Alright, just before I disappear out of here, I'll put on some commercial-free Kiwi music, and that'll take you right through until the next scheduled program, which is the program Pick and Mix, that comes on at 9:30. The quick look at the weather forecast for the next few days here in the Wairarapa tonight. Going to get down to 8 degrees. Tomorrow it's going to be 15 degrees, mostly cloudy, occasional rain until evening with gusty nor'westerlies. On Sunday, a minimum of 5 degrees, a top of 14, partly cloudy with westerlies, and on Monday, top of 16, a few showers with southerlies. There we go, not a bad forecast for the weekend. You've got no excuses for not doing those jobs outdoors that no doubt you have been told are very important to get done. And it's been rather warm in the last couple of days, and very enjoyable. I've actually started to attack the jungle that is my garden. A big sporting weekend coming up, another round of the Heartland Championship with Wairarapa Bush playing a game at home, and hopefully they do a little bit better than what they've done in the last two games, which they have lost. So keep our fingers crossed for a win for the local team tomorrow. Up in Hamilton, of course, tomorrow night, the test, the All Blacks against Argentina, and it's going to be an interesting game. There's no question about the fact that Argentina deserved to beat the All Blacks down at Christchurch whenever that was. Not last weekend, the weekend before, I think. Whatever weekend it was, the Argentinians had our measure. So it will be interesting to see how we do go tomorrow night, because we've got the same starting 15, just a few changes to the bench. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that this All Black team suddenly starts to deliver and produce what we all expect. All right, I hope you have a good weekend, a good week. Take care and stay safe, and we'll catch you next Friday night, 7 o'clock with the Blues Show and 8 o'clock with the 60s and Nostalgia Show. You're tuned to Arrow FM, your local community access radio station that broadcasts all over the wonderful Wairarapa on Arrow FM 92.7 and elsewhere via our website arrowfm.co.nz. And don't forget you can catch programs through Wairarapa TV, which is a Freeview channel number 41. The time now is rapidly approaching 2 minutes after 9 o'clock. Time for some commercial-free Kiwi music.